here's the point, because let's not forget there was another game tonight involving the people, the team that's currently sitting top and setting the pace at the top of the Premiership pile. Hearts, they've gone down to 10 men again, second game in succession, this time after only 14 minutes, and they've still managed to come away with a 2-0 win over I think we will all accept, a St Mirren side that's struggling for form right now, but an extremely capable St Mirren side. Mm-hmm. They are sending out a message.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said the other day, obviously you can't win a title without moments of adversity, without suffering. They've suffered in the last two games, going down to 10 men. By all accounts, it was a correct decision. I think VAR got involved. But Benji Berengame, by all accounts, it was a bit reckless and was probably the correct decision. I think Kevin Clancy gave him a yellow card to begin with. VAR asked him to take a look again, and it turned from yellow to red. And that put Hearts in a serious predicament. And it also puts Hearts, at a disadvantage when it comes down to that game against Celtic on the 25th of January, because Berengame won't be there. But Hearts keep finding a way. And look, I feel this is where it feels strange. I'm praising Hearts for that, and at the same time I'm criticising Celtic. But I think that's probably down to the standards that have been set and the drop-off in Celtic standard. Celtic should be way better than where they're at right now, scraping a 1-0 win. Hearts, to go down to 10 men, 2 successive games, and come away with 6 points. And if you add in the Livingston game at home where they kind of struggled, got a 1-0 win, 9 from 9 from 3 really difficult 90 minutes. I think they're sending out a message, Dan, and anybody that doesn't realise or suspects that Hearts are just going to melt away, once we move in from winter to spring, they're kidding themselves on. This Hearts side will be there right until the death, no matter how it shakes out at the end.
No, I completely agree with you. And the comments that are coming in from Hearts fans are along that line as well. G. Clunas says, Hearts players showed they're willing to play for a club with ambition. McKenna says it was a well-deserved win and it was a definite sending off. He also adds, Hearts were magnificent today with 10 men from the 15th minute. David Watson says, come on, the Hearts brilliant tonight. And Joseph is pointing out that St Mirren had 2 goals chopped off as well, which in a weird way makes it almost a sweeter victory for Hearts against all the odds. As you say, 2 games running, 10 men in both games.
Well, I think it was 2 offsides, wasn't it? And we like to think that the technology we've got would suggest that
it was correct. Aye.
We need to take that as fact. I think it was a duo offside on both occasions. But here's the problem, right? Here's the, if we're looking at the big picture, which we need to do at this point, going into the second part of this campaign. Hearts have, when all hands were needed on deck at Dens Park, they produced that performance. Craig Gordon comes up with a save. They are painting an image of a team which is busting a gut to stay on top, to give everything it's got. They might be more limited in terms of, technical ability. I'm not sure about that. That's probably a different argument. But they are going to the wall in terms of what they are prepared to give. I looked at that Celtic performance tonight, Daniel. I wasn't convinced. I'm looking at players who have been big players over the course and distance. I'm wondering about their levels of motivation. I'm wondering about their commitment. And you can't question that. It's the opposite of Hearts. These guys are emptying the tank right now to get these results, get the wins, stay on top. And then you've got, when you look at, and there's an interesting,